Hello, my name is Vinyasa and this is Vinyasa Yoga, coming to you from the rather exotic location of Lake Rotoiti in I guess almost Bay Plenty. And today we're going to be doing just a little flow session. It's kind of overcast and not as hot and sunny as it has been here recently, but we're just going to do some straight on flow. Let's see how we go. We're going to start sitting completely upright, taking some deep breaths in and out through your nose. Just relaxing your shoulders a little bit. We're not going to be doing handstands because the water's not so deep. We don't want to fall off and land in the water. Okay, let's take a twist to the right hand side. Left hand to right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale, exhale to twist. As far as you can go. You can see some jet skis coming across the lake. They're pretty noisy. Then inhale, look forwards, exhale, twist the other way. Right hand to left knee, left hand behind. Twist as far as you can go. Awesome, back to the center again. We probably won't do any sideways stretches because we'll end up landing in the lake. And so you can see there's real water there. Okay, push forwards onto your hands and knees. Hands and knees, we've got wrists under your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, toes tucked underneath. Bit of cat-cow breathing first. Inhale, take the gaze up, spine and belly drop. And exhale, push the ground away, take the gaze underneath. Inhale up and exhale down. Just do 3 more like that. Water is so clear. Almost can't see it. And finishing back just on neutral hands and knees. We're gonna check don't want to drop my earpods into the water. Check my toes are tucked underneath and lift your knees up. Just like 2 inches off the ground. Do a few shoulder taps here. Let's try right hand to left shoulder. I'll do the mirror image, it should be the same for you. Right, left hand to right shoulder. And down again, do it again. Right to left shoulder. And down, left to right shoulder. Down. You could do both hands at the same time if you're feeling strong. Otherwise, exhale, downwards dog. Up in this down dog, a little adjustment. Try a tiny step forwards with your feet. Do some walking on the spot as you find your dog shape. Then inhale, head up, let's bend both knees. Jump or step between your hands. So halfway lift to the front, we've got nice straight legs, flat back. Exhale to fold all the way down. Then inhale, stretch up, look up towards your thumbs. Hopefully I set the camera up right, you can see my hands. And exhale, forward bend again all the way down. Nice, and now head up, let's get the flat back. Exhale, bend your knees, jump or step. We're gonna flow right away. High plank to low plank. Bring yourself to almost touch the mat. Inhale for upwards dog. And exhale, downwards facing dog. Tiny step forwards again in the down dog. Just for 2 more breaths. Then inhale, head up, let's bend both knees. We're gonna jump or step between your hands to halfway lift. Exhale to forward bend. Oh, I can see some fish through the gap. Little baby fish. And inhale, raise the arms up, stretch up, look up to your thumbs. And adjust my wardrobe. And we're gonna flow again. Exhale, forward folding all the way down. And now head up to halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees. Stepping back, let's go high to low plank straight away. And now for up dog. And exhaling downwards facing dog. 2 breaths and down dog. And we're going to flow again, and now head up, bend your knees, jump or step between your hands, halfway lift. Exhale to fold, inhale, raise your arms up, stretch up, look to your thumbs. And flowing again, exhale, forward fold all the way down. And I'll head up, just lifting halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, let's step back, we're going to flow, high plank, low plank. Inhale for upwards dog. And exhaling downwards dog. Tiny step forwards. Now we're going to be a little bit cautious if we start doing flipping and side planks and stuff like that. If I fall into the water, that will be part of the show. Quite a wet show, but part of the show. Flow again, and now head up, bend your knees, jump or step between your hands to halfway lift. This time in the halfway lift, stretch your arms forwards. Get that strong shoulder stretch, strong hamstring stretch with your arms stretched out towards the camera. Inhale just like that. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind your back. Fold head down and arms lifting off your back. Aiming here towards your shins in that direction at least. And then release your hands. Inhale, we're coming up to standing stretch up towards the ceiling, towards the sky I should say. Look up to your thumbs and then flow again. Exhale, forward folding all the way down. And our head up, just lifting halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, let's step back. We're gonna flow high plank to low plank. Inhale for up dog. And exhaling, downwards facing dog. Coming into lunge now. Inhale, raise the right leg super high. Right leg super high to the opposite. Exhale, step between your hands. And let's hold that low lunge. Right foot forwards. Left leg nice and straight. And just like when we were standing, we stretched our arms forwards. Let's try it from here. Stretch both arms out in front, palms facing. Holding that nice strong low lunge. Just 2 breaths to go. Hope there's no trolls living under this jetty. 1 breath to go. Come and attack me. Inhale, exhale, hands on the mat. Step back to plank, flow from there. High plank, low plank. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Tiny step to left leg. Inhale, raise the left leg super high. Exhale, step between your hands. Hold the low lunge just for a breath. Then inhale, stretch the arms forwards. It's still a low lunge, but it's a little bit harder. A slightly harder way of doing something easy. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back to plank. Flow from there, high to low. Inhale for up dog. And exhaling, down dog. And 2 breaths here and down dog. One of these planks is really loose here. I hope it doesn't suddenly move. It creaks under my down dog. And now head up, bend your knees. Let's jump or step between your hands, halfway lift. Exhale to fold, and now stretch up. Look to your thumbs. And then exhale, forward bend again, all the way down. Nice. And now head up. Let's get the flat back. Exhale, bend your knees, step back, just to high plank. We'll stay 3 breaths in high plank. 2 to go. Wow. Not sure how much of the scenery you can see, but the water does look very nice. We'll have a swim after we finish the practice. That's flow. Let's come forwards and exhale down to low plank. Inhale for up dog. And exhaling downwards facing dog. Left leg again. Inhale, raise it. Sorry, right leg again. Man, raise the right leg high. Step between your hands. And from low lunge, take a twist. Go right arm up to the ceiling. Stretch up, look up. Oh, here's our first balance on the wharf, on the jetty, sorry. So if you can step your right foot back and become a side plank. That pole was just put there for a good reason. In your side plank, lift your hips high, even look up towards your right hand if you can. Strong with your left arm, fingers spread wide, hand on the mat, obviously. Inhale, as you exhale, we're going to bring the raised hand down and then step back into the low lunge. Check it's your right foot you got forwards. Inhale here, exhale, step back and flow, high plank to low plank. Inhale for up dog, and exhaling down dog. Left leg, inhale, raise your left leg high, exhale, step between your hands to low lunge for a breath. Then twist the lunge, inhale, left arm up to the ceiling. Look up to your thumb if your neck allows it, or if your balance allows it. And then stepping the left foot back. Yes, haven't fallen off yet. Look up towards your thumb, lift your hips high. Apparently, a good way to increase the number of people who watch your videos is to purposely do something wrong, like fall into the water. So I was reading on the Facebook promotions page recently, but I'm not going to do it, hopefully. Inhale, exhale, bring the left hand down, step back between the hands to low lunge for a breath, and then step back to plank. Bring your chest forwards and then flow high to low. Inhale for up dog, and exhaling down dog. Trying to step forwards again, and just 2 breaths here. 1, and then 2. Now inhale, raise your right leg high again. Now, this will be tricky, I think. Raise the right leg high, bend the knee, let the foot drop to the left, and let's try flipping right over. Dropping your right foot down, lift your hips, bring the right arm over your head. Remember, if you're flipping, have your feet close together. Especially if you're standing on the jetty. Have your feet close together. Lift your hips high. We're going to flip back over again. Let's go right hand down, right leg up to the ceiling. And then just gently step back between your hands. You have to be gentle because I've got my camera balanced on a chair at the other end of the jetty here and I don't want to knock it off. And from low lunge, we're going to try warrior 3 now. Wow, bring your palms together and let's stretch up to the warrior 3. Standing on your straight right leg, flexing that raised foot. Breathing, smiling, talking, doing whatever you want to. 2 breaths to go. 1 breath to go. And now exhale, low lunge again. Wow, big theme here of this class is low lunges. And just step back to plank. Let's come forwards and flow high to low. And now for the up dog. And exhaling for the down dog. Trying to step forwards to the left side. And I raise the left leg super high. Bend that knee, foot drops to the right. Can you flip right over? Bring the foot to the ground. Don't drop your earpods. Bring your hips, lift your hips high. Bring the left arm over your head. Nice. Nice spot to do yoga, but really difficult as far as a studio. If there was a whole bunch of us on here, it would be really hard. And let's flip back over again. Left hand down, left leg to the ceiling. And step between the hands. I was trying to remember what we did. Bring the palms together in front of your left leg and just bounce up to warrior 3. It's nice with these poles here, you can just grab them if your balance is up. Could be a new style of yoga block. 2 breaths to go, warrior 3, strong with that raised leg. Flex your right foot, flex both feet, but especially the raised foot. 1 breath to go. Inhale, exhale, gentle, lower back into low lunge, and then step back to plank. Let's flow high to low. Inhale for up dog, and exhaling downwards facing dog. Tiny step forwards. Now we'll try dragon on here, see if there's enough space. And I raise the left leg, the right leg high. Sorry, I keep saying the wrong foot. Raise the right leg high, and then step around your right hand. Dragon's going to have either both hands on the mat, or if you can, both forearms on the mat. Just let your right knee drop out to the side, but your back knee, your left knee, somehow keep it off the mat. That's where the strength of this posture is, or the difficultness of this posture is. Keeping that leg lifted. 1 breath to go. On the inhale, let's come back up onto your hands if you were on your forearms. Now drop your back knee. We'll take a little twist over towards the right side. Bend that back knee, hope you can see it. Reach back and grab the foot with your right hand. And looking over your right knee, your right shoulder. Check out the view over the lake. There's like a whole bunch of birds sitting on the jetty next door. Like shags and herons and seagulls. I've told them to be quiet, so hopefully they stay quiet. Thanks guys. And then looking forwards, release your foot, both hands are down, step back to plank. We're gonna flow, you guessed it, high to low. And now for up dog, and exhaling down dog. Tiny step forwards because dogs are often a little bit shorter than planks. Inhale, raise your left leg high. Exhale, let's step around your left hand. Remember the dragon on your hands or maybe on your forearms. Strong, keep the back leg lifted. It's only 2 breaths to go. 1 breath to go. Then inhale, come back up onto your hands. Drop the back knee, we're taking the twist. That means reaching back with your left hand to grab your right foot. Please check that it's your left hand grabbing your right foot. Look over that left side. See what's happening over there. There's some black swans swimming out there, maybe you can see them, I don't know. It's definitely a cool place to do yoga. And then looking forwards, release that back foot to the ground, hands are down. We're going to step back to plank and flow, high plank, low plank. Inhale for up dog, and exhaling downwards facing dog. Tiny step forward. Time for some crescent lunging now. Inhale, raise the right leg high. Got the correct foot that time. Step between the hands, so right foot forwards to crescent lunge. Raise your arms up, stretch up, look up. There might be there's a big pole just next to the camera, which is it's a navigation light when boats come in here. Don't know if it's in the camera or not, maybe not. Stretch up, bend that front leg a little bit more. Inhale, Exhale, hands to the mat, step back. This time, keep the right leg raised. And go high plank to low plank, see if you can, then drop your foot. Oh yes, inhale for up dog. Exhale, down dog. Tiny step, then left leg, raise the left leg high. Exhale, step between your hands. Crescent lunge. And now raise the arms up, oh, don't fall off. Raise the arms up, stretch up, look up. Looks like the camera's just tipped over a tiny bit there. Hopefully I'm not too much on the angle. Stretch up, look up. 2 breaths to go. 1 breath to go. Inhale, exhale, hands to the ground, same drill, step back, keep the leg raised. High plank to low plank, drop your foot, inhale for up dog, and exhaling down dog. Let's twist our down dog. Now take your right hand, reach under and grab your left leg. Look underneath your left arm. See what's happening on that side. That side looks towards Rotorua. In case you want to know. Inhale, exhale, right hand down, left hand to grab the right leg, and that way looks towards Tauranga or Whakatane in that direction. A long way away though. Inhale, both hands on the ground, let's look up, bend your knees, jump or step between the hands, halfway lift. Exhale to forward bend, inhale, raise the arms up, stretch up, look up. Okay, now we're going to get serious, let's flow. Exhale, forward bending all the way down. And I'll head up to halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back. Let's flow again. High plank to low plank. But this time, when you get to low plank, push back to high plank. Oh no, that's terrible. Try it again. Come down to low plank. Push back to high plank. Elbows brush your ribs. Do it 1 more time. Maybe 2 more times. Come down to low plank. Push back to high plank. Okay, this is the last one. Come down to low plank. And when you push back up, we're tipping onto the right hand side to be side plank again. We've already done a side plank, so this one will make it a bit different. Bring the left arm over your head, and can you make it a fallen tree? Bend your left leg and stand on your right thigh. Don't fall off the wharf, the jetty I mean. Nice big inhale here. Exhale gently, hands and feet to the ground again, and we might as well flow. Go high to low, inhale up dog, exhale downwards dog. And then come forwards to high plank again, ankles touching, left hand down, rolling to the left side for that side plank, but it's a fallen tree, remember? Right arms over your head, bend your right leg, stand on your left thigh, balancing, breathing, smiling. Don't look at the water to try and keep your balance because the water's moving everywhere. There's lots of little fish in there to put you off as well. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale, all your hands and feet are back on the mat. And then take that flow, high plank, low plank. Inhale for up dog. And exhaling, downwards facing dog. Okay, 2 breaths and down dog. That's all right. 1 breath to go. And I'll head up, bend your knees, let's jump or step. We'll find that little halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. And now raise your arms up, bit of side stretching now. Interlace your fingers, index fingers out. Push hips to the left, lean your upper body to the right. It's good to do these sort of stretches a little bit into the practice because your body's warmed up a bit. And now come upright, push your hips right, lean to the left. Hopefully I gave you the opposite side on the other side. Then inhale upright, separate the hands, we're going to flow, you guessed it. Exhale to forward bend. And now head up, find that halfway lift. And exhale, bend your knees, stepping back, high plank, low plank. Inhale for up dog. And exhaling, downwards facing dog. Okay, some worries now, we've got to do it. Inhale, right leg to the ceiling. Exhale, step between your hands. Inhale up to warrior 1, stretch up, look up. If you can, press your palms, look at your thumbs. Don't cross your thumbs, don't lock your fingers, that's something else. Just press the hands together. Back foot flat on the mat. Remember, I have to say all the cues because I can't see what you're doing. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And now for warrior 1, exhale, warrior 2. Stretching out, right arm forwards, left arm back. The people next door have got a big black owl, like a bird owl on the end of the jetty. It's designed to scare seagulls away. If you land on it, rah, rah, it chases the seagulls. What a funny thing. Inhale, exhale, hands to the mat. Step back, let's flow, high to low. Keep the leg raised if you like. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Left side, inhale, raise the left leg high as exhale, step between your hands. Inhale, warrior one. I'm doing a better job at scaring the birds, I think. Remember, press your palms, don't lock your thumbs, don't cross your fingers. Just press. Even though it's harder, that's all right. Warrior one, inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Torso's upright, palms facing downwards. Adjust your glasses. Adjust your earpods, don't drop them in the water. Inhale, warrior two. We didn't do anything else, did we? No, exhale, hands to the ground. Step back. And let's flow, high to low. Inhale for up dog. And exhale, down dog. Okay, warriors again. Inhale, raise the right leg high. Exhale, step between your hands. Inhale, warrior one breath, stretch up. Exhale, warrior two, stretching out. Get the sand fly off your leg. Stretching out. And we're coming into half moon balance here. So left hand's on your hip. Well, this will be risky on the wharf. And push forwards to balance on your straight right leg. Right hand down and left arm up. Keep your gaze on the stationary point. Flexing that raised foot. Nice, 2 breaths to go, half mooning. 1 breath to go. Inhale, we're going to exhale to drop back to warrior two. So gently lower the left foot down, stretch the arms out, then warrior two, reverse warrior. Left arms over the head, wrap the right arm around the back. Can you reach your front hip or thigh? Maybe. Bend the front knee even more, maybe point the knee forwards, don't straighten the front leg. That's something else. Inhale like this. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to the ground, step back, keep the leg raised, you might as well. High plank, low plank, then drop your foot. Inhale for up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left side, inhale, raise the left leg high. Exhale to step between the hands. Inhale, warrior one, stretch up. Exhale, warrior two, stretch out. Remember, warrior two became half moon, so right hand's on your hip. Let's bounce up to balance. Send your left hand down, jump, and your right hand up. Holding your balance, not your breath. Hold your balance, not your breath. I like it. 2 breaths to go. 1 breath to go. Inhale, just gentle, gentle, gentle. Land back into warrior two. Stretch your arms out and reverse to warrior. Right arms around the back, left arms over the head. Push forwards into your left knee. Nice. Somehow my plan was to make videos here every single day and it just hasn't happened. But it's alright, I practice yoga every day for hours. Inhale, bring yourself upright. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to the ground. Step back with the leg raised, high plank to low plank. Drop your foot, inhale up dog. And exhale, downwards facing dog. Tiny step forwards as you find the down dog. 2 breaths here. Now I need some triangle poses now. So inhale, raise the right leg high. Exhale, step between your hands. Inhale, first up to warrior one. Then exhale out to warrior two. Then inhale, straighten the front knee completely. Bring your feet closer together, just a tiny bit. Just a little bit. Lean to the right, exhale, right hand down. And left hand up. If your big toe's close, you can grab it. Otherwise, just point at the ground, point up, maybe look up. Looking up towards the sky, especially when there's clouds moving past. It's kind of tricky to balance. 2 breaths to go. It's kind of early-ish in the morning now. I'm just about to drive back to Wellington after this little yoga session. Exhale, look down at your right foot. And now push back up to warrior two. Sink down into your warrior two. Rest the right arm on your thigh. Go left arm over your head, palm downwards. And you might as well make it strong. Take both arms up. Don't touch your hands though. Have your palms facing. It's harder. 2 breaths to go. Whose idea was this? 1 breath to go. Inhale. Exhale. Hands on the ground. Jump back and flow high to low. Inhale up dog. And exhale down dog. Tiny step to the other side. Left leg. Inhale. Raise it high. Exhale. Step between your hands. Inhale. It's warrior one. Stretch up. Exhale. Warrior two. Stretch out. Let's straighten the front leg on the inhale. And as you exhale, lean to the left. Left hand down and right hand up. Take minimal or no support from that low hand. We want to use your oblique muscles to do everything. Maybe hook the big toe if it's close. Not everything, but at least a lot of the support. Look up at your right thumb if you can. Strong, straight legs up. Both of them are straight. One breath to go. It's so hard to look up. It's so hard to balance. The clouds moving past. Inhale and exhale, look down at your left foot. And inhale, push back up to warrior two. Switch your arms out, maybe take your feet a little wider apart. Inhale again, exhale, left arms on the thigh, right arms over the top. And then inhale, raising both arms up, palms facing. Remember, it's harder than the other one, which is easier. 2 breaths to go. That's why we're doing it. 1 breath to go. Inhale, exhale, hands to the ground, jump back to plank, and flow from there, high to low. Inhale for up dog. And exhaling, downwards facing dog. Nice, tiny step forwards. It's just 2 more breaths. Really relish the stretch in downward dog now, so you're pushing the weight back into your heels. Especially if you're just about to have an 8-hour drive. It's a good stretch before you go. And then we're going to flip over again. So inhale, raise your right leg super high. And exhale, bend the knee, foot drops to the left side. Can you flip right over gently, landing on your mat, not on the water. Lift your hips, stretching the right arm over your head. Just 1 breath more in this flip. Inhale, exhale, flip back over again, right hand down. Make sure it's right leg up to the ceiling. Now fallen triangle. Oh, it's going to be a little bit hard on this spot. We're going to try threading the right leg underneath the left leg. And there we go, stretch out that gap there. Stretching your left arm up to the ceiling, or even grabbing your right big toe. Look at that, I can rest my leg on there. There we go, that's jetting. And maybe holding your right big toe. I better not cheat, I'll lift it off. There we go, 1 breath to go. Inhale, exhale, we're unwinding into plank. So we're back into high plank, and we're just 3 breaths in plank. Remember RIP, rest in plank. And this is rest in plank, just 2 breaths to go. 1 breath to go. Inhale, it's time to flow. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downwards facing dog. Tiny step forwards. And left side, inhale, raise the left leg super high, flipping gently, carefully. Landing both feet on your mat, that's good. Feet are parallel, toes are in line, lift your hips, bring the left arm over your head. A flipped dog. 1 breath to go. Wish I could have the background mic on here. There's so many tuis singing in the trees up there. Be nice background music in the yoga class rather than my huffing and puffing. Let's swap back again. Left hand down, left leg up to the ceiling. And then thread that leg underneath, fallen triangle. Remember, you've got the option of reaching down and grabbing your big toe, or resting your leg on one of the boat type poles. Whatever you can do. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Inhale, exhale, let's unwind to plank. And then flow from there, high to low. Inhale for up dog. And exhaling downwards facing dog. Nice. And the down dog. And I'll head up, bend your knees and just drop onto your knees actually. It's only going to be a shortish session today because I've got to drive back to Wellington like I said. So let's just try on your knees, pointing your toes if you can manage to high kneeling position. And I'm doing a little camel pose here. So camel's going to be pushing your hips forwards and pushing your pelvis forward, pushing your hips forwards with your hands. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by a big dragonfly beside me. Release the hands, both hands at the same time. Can you capture your ankles, your heels? Push your hips, drop your head. Ustrasana. Actually a second series, Ashtanga yoga posture. My plan was to record a whole Ashtanga primary series today, but the wharf would have just been really tricky to do it on. It's better to do it side on. So I'll do it from home next week. And now bring yourself upright again, palms together. Ah, yes, easy as that. Sit back, sort of like a child's pose because it is. Sit down to your heels, stretch your arms out forwards, drop your head down to the mat. Nice, it's only short though because we don't do child's poses. Inhale, bring yourself back up to hands and knees, and then spin around to be seated with your legs stretched out in front. Sorry for pointing my feet at the camera, but we're going to sit upright, Dandasana. Sit as upright as you can, just for a couple of breaths. Dandasana, very difficult shape to sit in. Straight legs, straight spine. Most of us can touch the ground, but if you can't in this position, that's totally right. Touch your legs instead. Keep your feet flexed. Inhale, stretch out over the straight legs, aiming for your big toes if you can get them. Straight arms at this point. Exhale, folding over. Remember, hold your legs if your toes are out of reach. Your hands probably aren't out of reach, but your toes might be. Paschimottanasana. Change the position of your hands if you can. Inhale, head up to straight arms. Exhale, go for the sides of your feet and fold over there. Once again, if your feet are out of reach, hold your legs. That's all right. Like no one can see. You can stop for a cup of coffee if you like. And just 2 breaths to go. The next posture is called Purvatasana, which is a reverse plank. So point your toes, hands on the mat, just back behind your pelvis. Look at your toes, lift up, and then drop your head back. So it's just like a plank, but the other way around. Looking up at the sky. Just for a couple more breaths. Inhale, look back at your toes again. Exhale, lower yourself down. Now bend your right leg. We're doing what's called Marichasana A. Bend the right leg, foot's flat on the ground. Stretch out with your right arm, wrap it around the shin, and join hands behind the back. If the hands don't join, just pull against the front of the bent leg, that's all right. Flexing your left foot, exhaling to fold forwards over the left leg. Aiming your nose towards your knee or your chin towards your shin. I didn't sound check the AirPods, so I really hope that they're working. If not, I'll have to voice over this video when I get back. And then I'll head up. Exhale, release the hands and the right leg to the left leg the same way. Bend the knee, let's wrap the arms around, watch out for all the poles around you. Joining hands, flex your right foot, exhale to fold. One breath to go. And now bring yourself upright, releasing your hands and send your legs out long and straight. Now we're going to try, have we got space for this? Yes, we have. We're going to try bending your left leg, bending the right leg, sorry, man, I'm really giving you bad sides here. It's my left leg, your right leg. Bend the right leg, foot's up to your thigh. This is Janashesasana A, so it's forward bending just over the straight left leg only. We're doing this posture just for a reason, so just 2 breaths to go. Getting to the end of our session for today. I've already gone over time, I think, to what I was going to do. But that's standard for me. And now head up, release your hands. Now we take a little counter pose here. Right hand's on the mat, push down to your straight leg foot. Lift yourself up. Kind of looks a little bit graceful, maybe, maybe not. 1 breath to go. Inhale, exhale, bring yourself back to the mat again. Send your right leg out, got the correct leg length. Bend the left leg, knee drops to the side. And now stretch out over the straight right leg. And exhaling to fold. And now head up. Let's take the counter pose here. So that's left hand on the ground. Oh, don't fall into the water. Push yourself up, straight on your right leg completely. And bring the right arm over your head. Inhale. Exhale, bring yourself back to mat. Send both legs out long and straight. And we're actually going to come to our final Shavasana from here, our final relaxation. I'll just lay down for a moment also, and you can stay as long as you like, obviously. This is life. So as you lay down, you are trying to relax your arms, your knees, your shoulders. Taking some nice deep breaths in and out through your nose. That's going to be the length of my Shavasana. Now you can stay there as long as you like. Thank you so much for coming. And sorry it's been so long between my last video and this video. That's definitely going to improve, I promise. And from the waters of Lake Rotoiti, namaste.